Welcome back, everybody. Module 6, supporting your team through social media. How do you use this platform in order to be able to edify your team, to train your team, to communicate with your team, to help build the belief inside of your team? Well, I'm going to give you a couple strategies. And again, this is from the 77 people that we interviewed that gave us their secrets. So there's two sides to this. One is a public side and the other one is a private side. Let me tell you what people do. This is the best practices from around the world. Number one thing that they do on the public side is they recognize people. They recognize people inside of their team on their profile, in social media, on whatever platform. They congratulate people for getting started. They don't, again, the more generic you keep the congratulations, the more interest you're going to attract from your prospects. If you say, hey, congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, because they just got started with me and we're going to explore this entrepreneurial adventure together. Congratulations, well done. That's much more powerful than saying, congratulations to these people for joining this company and representing this product with me. Now, it's not as interesting. Okay, it's not as curiosity driven. It looks like an ad. So recognize and edify people for making a great decision. Hey, congratulations to this person who brought 50 people in their organization to this particular event. Look, check out a picture of these people. Or congratulations for this person who's moving through the ranks, who just got this promotion. Congratulations on the promotion. Or I'm so excited to work with people like this. I'm so excited to partner up and collaborate with people like this, people like these people that, happy birthday to this person because they're a champion, they're an entrepreneur. I'm so excited to be able to work with them. You see, if you keep it generic in your congratulations, you're going to attract more prospects. If you make it specific to your company or your product on a public platform, regardless of the platform, if you keep it specific, you name the company, you name the product, you name the rank, you name any of that stuff, people go, not interested, okay? Because they'll put their own preconception on top of it versus you having fun, you being responsible, even in an indirect way, for someone else having success. You guys having fun together, you guys working together. It plants the seed that, hey, maybe I could work with that person. Maybe I could have fun with that person. You could even tell the story. I met this person online. I met this person on the social media platform that you're looking at right now. And who would have thought that just 2 months later, they would have been able to get their new car, or they've been able to go on this vacation with their kids, or they've been able to do these things that they didn't think were possible before. Who would have thought? So start thinking about how you would recognize and edify your lifestyle and your relationships with the people on your team. Because understand, those people on your team are going to feel good about that, right? If you get bragged about, or do you feel good about that? If somebody writes a post about how awesome you are, do you feel good about that? Are you going to share that? The answer is of course. So using the public side of things to recognize, to edify, to congratulate, to inspire your existing organization, and at the same time letting the people in your world that are not part of your organization yet or might not even know about it, let them kind of view in and see, wow, that looks fun. Wow, they're working together. What does that mean? Wow, they're having this success. I don't even understand. What is it you do again? You're going to start generating interest from people, either directly in the comments. How is this? How are you doing this? What's going on? Or private messages, or they'll reach out to you in your about section with your contact information. So that's what you do publicly. This is what the top people around the world do publicly. What the people who aren't quite as experienced, you know what they do? They say, congratulations for this person hitting this particular rank in this company. They are working with me inside of this company. Go network marketing. They do that, and the person that they're bragging about feels good. People inside your company feel good, but the prospects don't feel a sense of curiosity or a sense of wanting to learn more. So what is our goal through this whole process? Education and understanding, right? We're going to try and educate more people to the point that they understand what it is that we do. So on a public side, that's what you do. Now on a private side, I've interviewed a ton of these 77, but also our team has interviewed these 77. And let me tell you what they do, how they use social media on the private side. They actually create, and mostly on Facebook, they create private groups. They create private pages. Pages where it's invitation only, pages just for their team. Now, I could show you a bunch of examples of this, but if I do that, now I'm not neutral again, right? If I give you case study after case study and I show you exactly what these look like, now I'm not neutral and you're going to look at that company or you look at that product, and I don't want you to do that. I just want you to get the concept. The concept is constant, right? Platforms will change all the time. But inside of Facebook, you can create private pages, and here's what they do on those pages. They tell stories. Stories of success, stories of inspiration, stories of overcoming obstacles, stories of building belief. They feature different people within the organization. They brag about different people within the organization. They tell stories about their company. They tell stories about the event that they just attended. They tell stories about within your company's policies and procedures about product experiences that people have had, and success in gathering customers, and success using social media, and everything else. They tell stories. That's one of the things that they do inside of that group. Second thing they do is they communicate. If there's updates, information, they train their team to once a day go to that page. Once a day, go to that team page. Go to that private group within the organization to find out what's going on. Don't assume that if somebody just joins that page that they're automatically going to see posts in their feed. That's not how fan pages and not how groups work. Just know that. When I started my fan page on Facebook, approximately, according to Facebook's algorithms, about 16%, about 3 years ago, 16% or so of my fans, my followers, would see the post that I put up. That means 84% didn't. That's 3 years ago. Guess what it is today? Less than 2%. Facebook will maximum allow the fans of Network Marketing Pro, people who said, yes, I want to be notified when you post something on Network Marketing Pro, less than 2% actually see it. That's with groups over 500,000, less than 2%. And it's going down every single day. Just the fact that you have a group doesn't mean that that group's seeing everything. Just the fact that you have fans doesn't mean that they're seeing everything. So you have to train your organization to log in and check that page every day. Now, if you do that and you're successful in building that in your culture, the communication platform is enormous. If there's a compensation plan enhancement, if there's a new product, if there's some type of a promo happening, if there's some contest, if there's some incentive, if something happens with your company, something happens with the leadership, something where people need to know, an event information, whatever it happens to be, the person who is most connected with their organization wins. The person who's able to communicate best with their organization wins. So one, you need to have the platform, which is easy to do. Just go set up a group and make it private. It's easy to do, and start inviting people in your organization into that group, and then train them to visit that group once a day to see if there's any news, to see if there's a story, to see if there's an update. And you as a leader, guess what you're going to be doing? In addition to your social media aspect, if you want to support your team using social media, yes, you're going to be recognizing them generically in a public forum, but you're also going to be communicating with them privately on a private forum, all right, directly on a private forum. So stories, communication, any info, updates, news, question and answers. If people have questions, have them post those questions inside of that group and answer that, or have the leaders, and you can have your top leaders in your group be administrators for that page, have them get in there and answer those questions so people have a resource in addition to the company's customer service. Validation, just encouragement, just letting them know that they're making the right decision. You do a lot of that through stories. Recognition, if you just pour recognition into that platform and let people get recognized, and people can feel good about being recognized in front of their peers. Promotion, you could be promoting products, you could be promoting holiday seasons. You could be promoting an event that's coming up. You could be promoting a rank advancement or a contest inside of the company. You could use this as a promotional platform in order to be able to engage your team. What's the 3 things I said that we do? We sell products and services to customers, right? But how do we do it? 1, we gather our own customers personally. 2, we build a network of other people doing the same thing. The bigger the network, the better. But 3, we improve the productivity of the network. You can have a big network, but if they're all not doing anything, if they're not engaged, they don't know what's going on, they're not very valuable. If they're highly engaged, they're valuable. So this is how people, the best in network marketing, use social media to improve the productivity of the network that you have. When should you start? When you have 1 person on your team. Start there. Then 2, and then 5, and then 10. As you start adding people to your team, use that as a platform. Okay, now if you're right now at the very beginning and somebody in your upline already has a group, go ahead and plug into that group. That's fine. But once you start seeing yourself as a leader, as a thought leader for you and your team, then it's time to start communicating directly with that team in order to be able to provide this value. So promotion is another aspect. And then products and services. You could be talking about the products and services. You could be telling stories, educating people, giving people the science, giving people the clinical studies or whatever happens, the validation, the articles, the news reports, whatever it happens to be about what it is that you do. See, it's one thing to bring people in. It's another thing to build the belief in the team. It's another thing to educate the team. It's another thing to inspire and validate the team and move them forward and help them become more productive. So that's the 2 big overarching strategies that the most successful people using social media and network marketing today utilize the platform to support their teams. On a public basis, recognizing and telling stories like crazy in a generic way. That's key if you want to attract people to reaching out to you as prospects. And 2, creating private groups to be able to tell stories, to communicate, to train, to answer questions, to validate, to recognize, to promote, and to educate people on products and services. All right? So if you want to have success supporting your team, follow that advice, get out there and make that happen. And in Module 7 coming up, I can't wait to share with you how to duplicate all of this so it's not just you having success through social media, it's you helping everybody else do the same thing. So I'll see you there.